Let's start with the Docker Compose. Now, as we already have discussed in the last class, the Docker is nothing but your deployment tool, and which will be helping you to define any of the applications or any of the, you can save all the multi-dependencies, everything inside your Docker tool. So now, however, the Docker Compose is going to be useful for us. It is a tool which will be used to define or run the multi-container applications. Now, as you can see, we have highlighted the points like multi-containers. Now, as we know that the Docker can be dealing with only one container, but we have one more option we can, which will be going towards your Docker Compose, which will be running for your multi-container Docker applications. And now, if you want to use the two containers in a single service, now how we are going to use it? As we can run all these multi-containers individually, and also we can run all these multi-containers under your single service. Now let's have one example where we are going to use two containers. Let's take one example like two containers. Let's take it as the first one will be your web servers, and the second one let it to be have like database, which will be running in your separate containers. Now, if I have two containers, the first one is like web server and the second one will be like your database, then how we are going to deal with these two web servers under your one containers? Now, here two containers I have used, but when I will be getting my service, I want my service has to be in a single service. And this both the container will be running inside your Docker. Up you the first point. The second point will go like this. As the Docker Compose will be using the files, which is called as your YML files. And this YML files is nothing but your XML files. It is a scripting language. It is very easy to use, and it is easy to deploy in all the containers itself. And it uses the project name to isolate the environments from each other. And as the project names will be different from each of the containers and all, it will be very isolated. And if we are going to get any kind of if any of the container will get affected, as it is isolated, it will be running in your isolated environments. It is not going to be affected with your other environments which is present in your Docker applications. Here you can see there is a dev host which will create the multiple copies of a single environment. You can create your multiple copies, or you can create your multiple containers which will be present in your single environment. On a CI server, it will be keep building from interfering with each other. That is known as your, I told you that these things, all these servers will be used for your, this CI is nothing but your continuous integrations, and this server will be building up all the applications which will be which will not be interfere with each other. And if you are going to use any of the shared host, it will be preventing all the projects from your same service name from interfering with each other. So definitely it will be going to use for your hardware devices and all, and it will be preventing from your projects or from your containers which is going to be run in your different different application system. It means that the multi-containers, different applications will be under your one Dockers, and whenever we are going to get any of your service, the service will be come up with your single service. So definitely these multi-containers and all will be not dependent on any of your it is not going to dependent on any of your applications. It will be totally unaffected things. Let's move to your let's move to the next slide. As you can see here, there is one Compose example. As we discussed yesterday about the online shopping, let's consider about the Myntra site. And in this scenario, Myntra, as everyone knows, that it is a fashion website server for your Amazon. And if you will go to the Myntra website, what we used to do in the web browser, just select, go for your logins and select the products, keep in your cart, your choiceful like products and all, keep in your cart, and then you go for your checkouts. So now, but we are seeing all these things in the front end side, but we never have thought of what is really happening in the back end sides. So whatever I'm going to discuss currently now, everything will be running on your back end sites. So now how it is going to be used? As we have already discussed that each things, whatever you are seeing in your screen right now, that is the login accounts, product catalogs, CAT servers, checkout servers, all these things individually is known as your microservices. I want to, I'm following my chat box also. I want to know that are you people are getting me or not? Quickly, if you can write yes or no so that I can repeat myself, or I will go forward. I will be going forward to the next slide itself, or I'll move forward, because this is very helpful if you want to design any of your websites and all these things. Then you can follow all the microservices, how it is going to be. This is nothing but where you can run your multi-containers, and it follows your YML files, and it contains the details about your service networks and the volumes for settling up the Docker applications. So if you can use your Docker Compose to create the separate containers, and if you want to host them or get them to communicate with each other, then directly you can do all these things by using your Docker Compose. So now this Docker will be helping for you to keep all this for the deployment purpose, for the shipping your images from one platform to another platform. And this Docker Compose will be combining all your containers together, like you're building up your all the containers, like your multi-containers, and it is going to send from one platform to another platform, and you can see your output as your single service. Now, how Myntra has provided as a single service, but all these things has been running from your Amazon website. So all these things you can see. So now, as we can see here that as I have come back to my slide. I hope you have cleared about your Docker Compose now. As you can see here, as I told you, there are 4 microservices is running up currently, and the first one is your login account servers. It will be dealing with your account database. The next one is your product catalog server, and this catalog server will be dealing with your product database. The CAT server will be dealing with your CAT database, and the checkout server will be dealing with your checkout database. Now, one more thing is, if you want to add up some more your choiceful things and all inside your CATs, then how you are going to scale it out? You can scale it very easily without making any changes to the other microservices. If I want to go for your adding a new my choice things into my CAT server, I don't need to go and log in my account once again, really. Yes, right? So now what I want to do is I can add n number of things inside my cart. So when I'm adding n number of things inside my cart, no need to go and check it out my login accounts. So no need to go for that. So now everything will be running in their own containers. If any one of the container has any issues, then other container will not will act without affected. Now you can relate this Myntra to a Docker, where Docker Compose, how now we have to see that how this Docker Compose will be connecting with all these different containers, like in your server and your databases as your single service. So let me go to my next slide, where you can see that servers will be there. The first server is like your Apache, Tomcats and all. You are using the database like your MySQL, and for the next server, I'm using the Nginx, and the database is like MongoDB, and the next one is like the data server will be the server, and my database will be Redis, and mostly this Redis server we are going to use for our Docker Compose project, and we will be using this Redis, and the next one will be my SQL server and all. So now the next thing is, let's go to our if I am not wrong, here in this example you can see this Nginx. What do you mean by this Nginx? So now it is one open source web server, and it is also known as your reverse proxy, where this HTTP cache memory will be there, and it is like your load balancing and all. And one more thing is, like no, this container using wherever this more one more, if you want to use your more servers, I have been used this in, this is one example of where you are going to use this Nginx and Redis server and all these things. Okay, I'm getting like no. Okay, yeah, I got one question. Like, what do you mean by? Can you repeat this Nginx? Definitely, I can repeat it. It is one open source web server. It is known as like reverse proxy HTTP cache memories, and it is known as your load balancing. It will be depending on the load balancing. Now, if you want to create any Docker compose file which can run both in the containers as a service without any need of to start with each one separately, there is no need of starting of all these things separately. Now the Docker compose, this compose file will write your YML programs for each containers. It is going to write the YML programs, and then it will create the Docker file, and then it has to run to create the containers, and lastly it will be made into a single service.